Hi, my name is Shayna Bailey. I'm an Arkansas Behavior Support Specialist. Thank you for joining me for this behavior break about connection strategies that you can use in your classroom. Here are the 5 connection strategies that we are going to discuss in this behavior break. The first strategy is called I Wish My Teacher Knew. With this strategy, each student in the class is given an index card that has the sentence starter, I wish my teacher knew. Each student gets a chance to write some information down and turn it in to the teacher. The nice thing about this strategy is you learn about your students, but your students are allowed to share information with only you and not with the entire class. Strategy number 2 is called All About Me. With this strategy, each student is given the opportunity to share 5 to 7 facts about themselves with the class. You could choose to allow students to present this information in different ways. For example, some students might create a PowerPoint presentation, others might create a picture collage, and some might choose to bring a bag from home that includes 5 to 7 items that they present as they share their facts about themselves. So that this strategy doesn't take up too much class time, you might allow 1 to 3 students to share each day until all students have had a chance to share. The next strategy is called This or That. With this strategy, you designate 2 different sides of the classroom, could be the right and the left or the front and the back. Then you pose a question to the class with 2 response options. They move to the designated side of the room to present their answer to that question. For example, you could ask your students, do you prefer to be inside or outside? You could ask, do you prefer Apple or Android? Or you could ask, when doing work at school, do you prefer to work alone or in a group? The nice thing about this strategy is that it allows all your students to answer each question but doesn't take up a lot of class time, and it incorporates movement. The next strategy is called 4 corners. With this strategy, you designate 4 different corners in the classroom. Each corner will correspond to a response option to a question that you pose to the class. Each student chooses the option that they think best fits them. Once students have chosen a corner, you can ask students to pair up and either answer a question or discuss a topic of your choice. The questions you ask or the topics you pose could be to have students learn more about each other, or they could be lesson review or test prep questions. Let's look at some examples of how you might implement this strategy. You could ask your students, what is your favorite sport? And you give the options football, baseball, hockey, or other. Other is important here because there are a lot more than 4 sports and you want every student to have a place to go, even if their favorite sport is not one of the ones that you chose to place in the corners. For example, if a student's favorite sport is swimming, they can go to the other corner. Maybe you ask your students, what is your favorite subject? Math, science, reading, or other. What is your favorite color? Blue, green, yellow, or other. Some questions you pose may not require an other option. For example, if you ask your students, do you have a sibling? They could say brother or brothers, sister or sisters, both brothers and sisters, or neither. I'm an only child. This strategy can be used at the beginning of the school year to help students get to know each other and build connections, or throughout the school year as a way that you do lesson review or test prep. Our last strategy is trading cards. With this strategy, each student in the class is given a playing card from a regular deck of cards and instructed to move about the classroom, trading their card with anyone they pass until the music stops. Once the music stops, you give instructions for how you want students to pair up using the last card that was handed to them. So students might have to find another student with a red or a black card to match the one they have. They might be paired up with odd and even numbers. You might have them find someone who has a card with the same suit as the card they have, or they could match numbers. Again, once students are paired up, you can pose a question or a topic that they discuss or answer with their partner. The strategies we've just discussed help build connections either between the teacher and the students or among the students themselves. 3 of the 5 strategies incorporate movement into the activity. And all 5 strategies require little time, preparation, and materials on behalf of the teacher. Thank you for watching this behavior break. The 5 strategies we covered today came from this book. I hope these strategies will be useful in your classroom.